Welcome to my presentation, The Sustainable Integration of Ethical Aspects in the Development and Implementation of New Technology. My name is Rita Zöllner. I am a research assistant at the EVHN in Nuremberg as part of the RuhrBots project. Why is this topic important? Global technological development not only brings progress, but also ethical issues. In addition to focusing development on technical innovation, it is essential to focus on global justice and social responsibility and to incorporate the ethical perspective into technical development right from the beginning. It is important that no matter when ethical issues arise, they are considered in a participatory and timely manner in the ongoing project. The aim is to identify potential and foreseeable problems in human-robot or technology interaction and find solutions to these problems. The challenges associated with technological development are not new. As early as 1982, Collingridge described the methodological dilemma, which is still relevant today. The Collingridge dilemma illustrates that when a technology is introduced into practice, there is often no comprehensive knowledge of this technology and its effects. At the same time, there is still a great deal of scope for influencing the development of technology at this stage. As the technology becomes more widespread, knowledge of the technology increases, but at the same time, the scope for shaping it decreases. This leads to a point at which interventions or reversals of technical development are difficult to imagine or are often associated with high costs and social effort. It is therefore important for sustainable and future-oriented technological development to avoid this dilemma described by Collingridge. This can be done by incorporating ethical aspects from the outset. To this end, ethics experts should be planned as equal members of the interdisciplinary project team in a participatory role. The sustainable implementation of ethical aspects in technology development can thus be established from the outset through a methodologically guided and structured approach and can be consolidated during the ongoing project. The necessity of this is illustrated here using the example of the car or the phone. Was it foreseeable at the time of development what effects they would have today? To illustrate the need for this ethical attention, you can see on this slide the increasing level of interaction starting with industrial robots. These have little to no human-robot interaction. Then we move on to service robots and avatars. These have very high level of human-robot interaction. As you can see, a higher level of human-robot interaction needs greater ethical attention. In an increasingly technological world, new forms of human-robot interaction are constantly emerging. The design of human-robot interaction requires the integration of ethical aspects in cooperation with project partners and stakeholders. This interdisciplinary approach helps to sustainably integrate ethics into the development of social robots. Socio-technology means that technology is linked to humanity. It is made by people and connected to society. Social robots are characterized by a high level of human-robot interaction. The challenge is to integrate ethical aspects into its development and in a sustainable, structured and transparent way. The focus here is on the balance between what can be done and what is responsible. As part of the RuhrBots project, we are working on the integration of ethical aspects into human-robot interaction. RuhrBots is dedicated to social robots in public spaces with a focus on diversity, equality, and user experience. The development of database is indeed to contribute to improvements in existing social robotic systems. Stakeholders are important for conscious approach to the development and implementation of the new technology and the essential ethical attention. A stakeholder analysis with respect to the interests of the various parties involved is necessary. By identifying, prioritizing, and recording the views of the interest groups, it is possible to work out who is decisive at what point of the sustainable implementation of ethical aspects in technology development. The implementation of ethical aspects takes place in structured process that includes the preparation phase, strategic and operational implementation, and ensuring sustainability. The first step is to reflect on the current situation, which includes recognizing the needs for change. Ethical awareness is developed with the involvement of the project participants, followed by the involvement of external specialists. During strategic implementation, objectives are derived and ethical aspects are permanently integrated into the project in order to transfer them to the respective research areas at the operational level. The ethical methods are defined and implemented in a structured manner, supported by workshops and other methods, including their documentation. Ensuring sustainability includes clear involvement of the ethics experts in the research project, including responsibilities and measures in all processes, the centralized involvement of the project partners, communication of success beyond the project, and training of employees with adaptation of the project to ethical perspectives. The structured and sustainable implementation of ethical aspects in technology development combined with participatory methods creates the basis for a successful and sustainable integration. These are MEESTAR, general workshops, ethics consultations, ethics counseling, and an evaluation via interviews and surveys in the team. The MEESTAR model for the ethical evaluation of socio-technical arrangements offers a structured method for ethical reflection and judgment. In participative workshops, moral problems are identified and solutions for the development and use of social robots are developed. The three-dimensional structure enables a differentiated consideration of ethical issues along 7 dimensions at an individual, organizational, and societal level, and their evaluation on the basis of 4 steps. Cross-project ethical topics are dealt with in alternative ethic workshops. In the RuhrBots project, a workshop was conducted in line with the heuristic of the ORDILE project in order to analyze human-robot related everyday environments from an anthropological perspective. The integration of ethics aimed to raise awareness of personal assumptions and attitudes, and these have a direct influence on the development of technology. Regular ethic consultations offer low-threshold access for dialogue with the team. Fixed appointments offer continuous contact with the ethics team, thus integrating the ethical perspective into the ongoing project. Ethics consulting enables a moderated analysis of ethical conflicts and general moral issues in the context of human-robot interaction. It can be offered for sub-areas or the entire team. The findings from the workshops, consultation, and counseling sessions are recorded, summarized, and elaborated. The results are made available to the project group. Qualitative interviews are conducted to evaluate the results of implementation, aspects of sustainability, perpetuation, and the views of the project partners on the various ethical methods are surveyed. The results are documented, transcribed, and analyzed. In addition to the interviews, surveys will be conducted with the project partners forming the sample. The participatory methods or approaches presented form the basis for the successful and sustainable integration of ethical aspects. The sustainable integration of ethical aspects into the development of new technology requires careful implementation. The importance of reflecting on the current situation at an early stage and prioritizing relevant stakeholder groups before the start of the project and during the ongoing project is emphasized. This makes it possible to recognize the challenges of technology development at an early stage and address them accordingly. In view of advancing technical developments, this integration should not only be considered necessary, but mandatory. The strategic implementation of ethics requires an adjustment of the development strategy. The discussion shows that a fundamental understanding must be created that technology is always in social context and is constructed and shaped by people. The design and responsibility for the development of social robots lies with people. The involvement of ethical experts as an integral part of the team is essential in order to anchor ethical aspects as an integral part of the project. A holistic view at the operational level enables ethical issues to be continuously integrated into the development of social robots. Participatory approaches allow the concerns and perspectives of stakeholders to be taken into account at an early stage. The transparent presentation of the results promotes ethically sound development that integrates the view of the stakeholders and the social impact of the technology. Clear accountability of the part of ethics seems as crucial to the sustainability of integrating ethical. The recurring MEESTAR workshops, preparatory workshops, ethics consultations, and counseling create an awareness of ethical perspectives and enable early identification of potential risks. The documentation, provision, and publication of the results promotes continuity and creates a basis for successful transfer to other projects. The integration of ethics into technology development can be seen as a continuous process. Ethics is linked to ethics consultations, workshops, implementation of the results, and feedback on ethics. The active involvement of all team members and the development of a model promote the transparency and effectiveness of the ethical process. The results of workshops, ethics consultations, and counseling influence the development, design, implementation, and use of social robots. Iterative customization enables the sustainable integration of ethical aspects. The implementation of ethical aspects includes feedback, is evaluated and adapted. Transparent and responsible ethical counseling guides technical developments toward global justice and social responsibility. And finally, the perspective of ethics is important in the development and implementation of new technology. Ethical aspects must be consistently, holistically, and sustainably integrated into the design of the technology. Participatory methods in the source of the project form the basis for the successful integration of ethical aspects in technology development. A structured approach involving stakeholders in all project phases is necessary. A permanent ethics team must be an integral part of the development team from the outset. Financial and human resources for ethics in the context of projects are necessary. Thank you for your attention. I hope you liked the video and maybe we met at the conference. Here are the references and goodbye. See you.